Hi everyone, my name is Lucy. Welcome to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here and hope you stay. I have more surprises coming up. Today is going to be just a very small, short video on me doing a spread for the Junk Journal July that is hosted by Meg Journals. And I'm working on today's prompt, which is excuse me, it's the focus, which is very difficult for me today because I am not feeling so well, but I am able to at least do a little something simple. I'm just going to focus and try and using some of these cut aparts that she provided as a freebie in our email. So I am going to just use the flowers. I love flowers. Flowers are my favorite, especially wildflowers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start working on a collage. So I'm thinking I'll do it neutral and start with music paper, some ledger, and some of the book pages, and do the rule that I've learned that you use 3 of each and just scatter them around, and so that it looks, cohesive or uh, pretty much, good and visible to the eye. Even though after I do the collaging, I'm probably gonna put some of that uh, what is it called, gesso. Sorry if I'm making noise. I have earphones on just to record over, do a voiceover. I really can't do a video live, and record because I have dogs and they constantly barking at every little thing that they hear. And I have a lot of traffic in my home too. My grandbaby and my family, and they're in and out. And so it's a little hard to create videos. So here you see I put one of the ledger on top and on the bottom, some music paper, and so that's basically how I work. And then I'm using just glue stick because I really don't need to use the the other glue that I use, the water-based glue, which is the PVA, because I usually use it like if it's for cardstock or something that I want it to be that it stays on and that doesn't come off. So you see how I have some of that book page that is a little bit darker, and so I need 3 pieces, and that's what I've learned so far watching other videos on YouTube. The rule of 3, I guess it's called, or something like that. And so that's what I'm trying to just make sure that I have, so that it looks right. And I'm only doing one side of my page today, just to minimize the amount of collaging or coming up with an idea of what I need to do. And I'm thinking of doing just a flip out somehow today with one of these cards, but in the end you'll see I end up using a tag or something from one of my books that I have that holds ephemera. So here, this is where I'm using the gesso just to tone it down a little bit, so it's not so I don't want it to, I don't want the background to be the focal point, you know what I mean? I want the flower and whatever else I'm gonna put to be the focal point. I just want this to be the background and everything else to stand out. So you see, I was already thinking of a flip out, but I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna use. So I just give myself all of the the cutouts. I take them all out just to have a variety of choices that I can use and see which one actually I can feel comfortable with to craft with. And so see, here I decided, okay, I want to fussy cut the flower. I don't want the background of it because I already have a background. So now I'm going to use the flower and just try and figure out where, I thought this would have been the perfect spot for it. For some reason I changed my mind in the end. And I'm looking at it right now, and I kind of like it down there. For that was like my first choice. I should have left it there, but it's okay. And see, I found that tag from Amity Bloom. So one of her digitals from her Carta Parts. I figured why not. And then I was looking for something here that maybe might match, or that it had a quote or something that I would like to use, but in the end I never got to use it either. I just found another quote on Pinterest and wrote it down instead. So how are you guys? I haven't gotten very much of comments on these videos. I'm not sure if you are liking them, if this is not something that you would like to watch. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see how I journal? I'm trying to figure out what you would like to see of what I do, and having a little bit of a struggle on figuring out what I would like to share as well. And I'm not talking about the Christmas videos, because I know I'm going to set those up, and I'm going to have I'm going to show you how I'm going to make those, and I'm going to show you which papers I'm going to be using in them. So basically it's going to be like a craft with me kind of video, and I will show you as I'm making it, and hopefully I can do it in a specific time where I can talk and work at the same time, showing you as I'm doing it without having to do a voiceover, because that's basically what I would like to do, and have just show you how I work, how I do my journals, especially those are going to be very simple. It's not like my hardcover journals where I spent lots of time working on here and there, because I have to wait. You know, these books don't just get done just like that. I have to be inspired by them, inspired by the things, or the digitals I'm using, or the pages that I'm using, or whatever. Oh, here you see my puppy, Mr. Pup. He just wanted to be on me today. He was very spoiled. I don't know. He just wanted his mama today. So I had him on my lap. You see, my other dog doesn't do that. She doesn't really care to be on my lap. But this one, ever since I got him, all he wants to be is on top of me. He wants me to carry him the whole time. See, and so here, that's just when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do. So I'll do it on the inside instead of the outside. And I left the flowers on the top. And when I see it now, I want them on the bottom. But it's okay. I already glued it there, so. And I put the washi tape between both sides so that it holds it down. And I like the washi tape because it has a little bit of that blue and orange that's on the card and on the flowers. The flowers doesn't have blue, but you know, it's the same orange, which is nice. And then there's a quote on this piece of paper that was on that digital that Meg gave us, and it says, you got this. And I love that saying. And so I decided to just distress it a little bit and bend it a little bit like if it was old, and then put another washi tape on the background and made it into like a little flag, just to give it a little bit of decoration and contrast in the background. Put some color. And I realized it's a little harder to work on this journal because it's an accordion journal, so it's not like it's just the one page. And for an accordion journal, now I know I need to have like a book board, or just so I can use it behind it when I'm doing stamping or something, because I literally have to open the whole thing just so that I can stamp or write on it, depending on what's behind it. You notice I put the two of them together. Now it looks like a distorted flower from here as I'm looking at it now. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was thinking. But I just thought that flower would have been better on the bottom. I don't know what made me change my mind to put it on top. And once I see the video after the fact, when I'm doing it, I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing. I don't realize exactly how it's gonna look until after, when I see the video myself, when I'm editing. And here I try to put, I do a quote. I actually checked on Pinterest that I already had a quote that I wanted to use. So I usually write them down or something on a little notebook, and I have them there. So whenever I need it, and I just go in there and I grab it and I write it down on my journals, whichever, depend the appropriate one that it belongs, that would actually be okay for whatever it is that I am doing on my spread. Here I go, I get the butterfly, and that's the one I'm going to put on the tag. And I realize, okay, I'm going to have to hold it from the bottom, but it still, see, kind of like the top portion of the butterfly didn't show. So that's been the issue with just doing this type of accordion journal. But don't get me wrong, I love it. It's getting so chunky. It's really full. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all the prompts on this one. I'm probably going to still have some leftover pages to do, which I'll continue doing on my own, just to make it like an art journal. This is basically what this one is. It's just an art journal. And there it is, guys. It's done. I just like to pick up all of my mess from the side on my little box. And here it is. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys.